Start.
Hi.
Hi, this is Kim Torres, Executive Director at the Down Syndrome Association of Houston, and this is Hayden Bear Torres. Say hi again.
Hi.
He is only here to listen and be on the camera today. He didn't want to hide in another room of our house. And since we're all quarantined at home, well, we're all working together. So today we are doing an empowerment through education workshop that could be really helpful to everybody as they're looking to decide what is going to happen with your child's IEP now that schools are closed. So we'll make this short and sweet, but really useful, helpful information. So a couple of things we're going to go hit through is what if your IEP meeting's scheduled while school is closed? What if your child has an evaluation when school is closed? We're going to look at IEP accommodations and modifications. How will the school provide those? Because they're still legally required under federal law to follow your child's IEP while the schools are closed. So they must be providing a free, appropriate public education, which is going to be very hard for them. And then we're going to be looking at how to receive your related services such as speech, OT, and PT, adaptive PE, psychological services, behavior services, all of that while we are stuck at home. So you ready? Get a pencil out, a pen out. We're ready to write down some notes. You want to say ready?
Yeah.
Ready. All right. You got your pen out. Perfect. Okay. So the first one that we'll go over is our IEP ARD meetings. We actually have one scheduled during quarantine. Hey, Mariana, thanks for saying I'm awesome. We have one scheduled. And so what you should be looking for as far as ARD meetings go, or you should be looking for a request to have them virtually. There's really no reason why a school cannot provide a virtual ARD or IEP meeting at this point in time. If you don't want to do a virtual IEP meeting, you do have the choice to request that the meeting wait until schools reopen. Just note that schools might not reopen until next August. So in our family, I feel like we're going to probably go ahead and have the virtual IEP option. But the schools can definitely be offering IEPs. If your school district is saying, we're not offering any of them right now, I'd be a little leery because a virtual IEP would work just as well, a Zoom meeting, for instance. Evaluations. If your kiddo is in the process of being evaluated or reevaluation for special education, that one's a little tricky because some components of the evaluation process are going to require that a district employee be within 6 feet of your kiddo in order to test them, which is not allowed right now by the government and CDC. So do expect that some of your evaluations are going to be postponed and that they will not be completed in that timeline that is required under federal law. How we're going to work around that, I have no clue. But as of now, some of them just cannot happen. Now, some evaluations can still be sent home for you to fill out. A lot of those parent surveys and things like that, that can still happen. So I wouldn't be surprised if you don't get some of that information from your school diagnostician. And I'm sorry that the dogs are barking now. Such is life. Remember that guy that was doing the interview on like CBS or ABC and like his wife and kids and everybody came in all at once? That's kind of my life. You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no. Who's talking today?
Mom.
Mom. Perfect. Okay. The next one is modifications and accommodations. Those can be embedded into the materials that the school districts are providing you. I know in our school district, we're in Klein, there is the option to get kind of accommodated materials through their at-home program. Of course, they're not accommodated for Hayden's unique needs, but they're just accommodated just across the board. That has happened. The other thing is that, hey, Aaron, is that I've been in contact with Hayden's special ed teacher, and she actually put some materials in the mail for him on his level so that she can continue to meet his unique needs. I can't guarantee that every school out there is putting that much effort into it, but it's worth asking that some of the materials that your child is used to using be sent to you to use at this time. I'm going to step back for just a second, and whether it be scheduling your ARD meeting or figuring out if your evaluation is going to be complete, or figuring out how to get these accommodations and modifications that your child is expected to have from federal law. How are you going to get these things? And to me, the key component here is communication and staying in communication with your school district. As a mom, I would say that, I know, yay, I would give a thumbs up there. As a mom, I would say that I wouldn't feel guilty for doing I call it stalking. I'm jokingly, okay? But to be where you are constantly in contact with teachers and school admin staff so that you are getting access to accommodated assignments, modified assignments, evaluation data. You know when your ARD meeting's going to be. Those teachers are not on vacation right now. They are still employed individuals from the school districts. They should be there for you. The special ed department should still be able to answer your questions. So don't just sit back and wait for this information to come to you. Be proactive and reach out to your school districts and ask. I want some of the same materials that my son or daughter was using in their classroom. I want them to be sent to me at home. It was really awesome yesterday. We opened up our package in the mail, and this little dude went right to work. Anything else I had tried to give him for the last week, didn't want it. But the second he saw the items that he was familiar with, are you copying me?
Yes.
Yes, you are. When he saw the items he was familiar with, he went straight to work. No, who's talking in this video?
Mom.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, give a love for that. That was talent. That was good mom skills right there. Next one, we've got lots and lots and lots of our DSAH stakeholders who not only is your child in special education, but they're also in bilingual education or a dual language program or ESL. Again, those are services that this coronavirus quarantine does not stop from happening. The legal requirements to provide them are still there for the school districts. So your school district should be reaching out to you to get you access to programming and educational materials that can substitute or at least kind of match what they were receiving for their bilingual dual language or ESL education that they were receiving at school. Again, communication is key. If you haven't heard from anybody from the bilingual ESL dual language departments, find somebody until you get someone to talk to. Last subject here is related services and how are you getting access to adapted PE, OT, PT, speech, what else do we have? Psychological services, behavior services. How are you going to get access to those items when those people can't come to your house? The last yesterday I talked to Hayden's speech therapist for some time on the phone. They're exploring ideas into how to provide these services directly to students while we are not in school. She did state that they would be sending home some like homework. But my next question was, is that going to be considered compensatory services? Like if I do this homework with Hayden, a speech homework with Hayden, are they going to count that as his speech therapy? Because quite honestly, if they are, I'm not going to do those activities because I'm not a speech therapist and I would rather him receive his direct speech therapy. So I'm just going to wait around and get compensatory services either this summer or next fall. She wasn't positive on whether they were going to be considering these activities that they're sending home compensatory services or not. So that's still kind of up in the air. She did mention that they are looking into platforms to be able to offer speech and OT and PT virtually. The problem they're running into right now is the legality of that, in that us parents will now be able to see those sessions. And a lot of times, especially like in speech takes place in small groups of students. And so then how do you protect the students' HERPA rights? How do you keep their educational records private when they're obviously up on a screen and you can tell they're in need of speech services? So they're kind of working through those problems right now, districts across the state. I wouldn't expect anybody to be getting related services anytime soon. But rest assured that per federal law, whatever they don't give, they're going to have to offer you in compensatory services. If you're not familiar what compensatory services are, that means that they'll have to make up those services. And so that would be a discussion that you would have once school is back in play, is how are you going to make up missed speech or OT minutes? So, I don't want to talk your ear off forever. It's kind of where we're at right now. I'm from the school of thought. There are some people out there that are not, but I'm from the school of thought that if me and the school are staying in contact, they're putting their best foot forward. I'm not going to be the mom that goes out and causes a stink right now because Hayden's IEP cannot be instituted exactly as it's written per federal law. I understand that these are times that no school district had prepared for, and so I'm willing to give my school district the benefit of the doubt for a while. I don't know what that while looks like for you, but don't be afraid to ask questions. Figure out what their game plan is. Remember, these services are required by federal law to your kid to provide a free, appropriate public education. And it doesn't go away just because of quarantine. And so schools need to be thinking of, in the future, how are they going to make up for this lost time? And that's really where I'm at, is I want to plan. How are we going to make up for this lost time? I don't know if there's anything they can provide me at home that will completely replace special ed services, but then again, I don't think there's anything they can provide my neurotypical daughter to completely replace general ed curriculum. So we're just going to have to kind of wait it out and see for a while. So I hope that kind of gave you a little insight into at least what we're seeing here at DSAH and homeschool and IEPs. We'll keep you updated. Hayden's in third grade. Someone just asked what grade he's in. He's in third grade. And obviously he likes the camera because, excuse me. Hey, Jack, because he knows he's not allowed to talk on this one, and he's still refusing to go do anything else except to be here. So, all right, if you have questions, you're not sure your school is following your kiddo's IEP correctly during this time, give me a call or an email. You can call the office at 713-682-7237. The message on the voicemail will direct you on how to get to me. I'm just not going to give my cell phone number out on Facebook Live. And or you can email me at ktorres@dsah.org, Or you can Facebook message us here. All right, this is your chance. What do you want to say?
A puppy, a baby's, a tomato, a quite, a nipper, did you start poetry? Yes. Day, second, a. We love you.
We do love you, and keep up those at-home activities for special ed, and we're going to get through this, and our IEPs are going to be just fine. Call us if you need us. This is your Executive Director, Hayden Bear Torres, and Assistant Director, Kim Torres, signing off. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.